What it is, my channel, Peace and Grease here, and today's going to be a hot topic. We're going to be talking about several things that you need to know in regards to Warframe. Now, I will tell you right up front, if you are a delicate snowflake, if you're a delicate flower, this video is probably not for you because I'm going to be dealing out the butt hurt, all right, in large quantities. Now, let's start this off really easy. I'll kind of lube you up, get you in real easy before I drop the hammer. So first things first, let's talk about thermia fractures. You've got about a week on thermia fractures. If you are needing the amalgam mods, if you're needing the opticore vandal, good weapon by the way. Yep, you got about a week to get that done. Next, we have the Razorback Armada returning, which who gives a shit about that? And let's talk about Nightwave. Now, Nightwave, the tentative end date set by DE is the 19th, which leaves you about 2 friggin' days. So if there's any rank that you are trying to get to, you have about 2 days to get it done. Moreover, make sure you burn your wolf creds. Any wolf creds you have at the end of that 2 days, you will lose. If you don't use them, you will lose them. Now, I personally think this is a kick to the nuts, or or the twat, whatever you happen to have, because we earn these wolf creds, right? And I don't see a problem with having a balance of like 5 to 10 wolf creds so that when it comes back around and wolf creds are applicable again, we have them. Particularly in my case, when you look at the fact that in Prestige, excuse me, Craftstige, you only get 15 wolf creds. And so literally I have 10 wolf creds left. That's basically like taking an entire Craftstige rank from me. And ultimately, there's nothing I can do about it. There is nothing in the wolf cred offerings that is 5 to 10 wolf creds. Nada. Nothing. Now, this isn't the community's problem. It isn't the players' issue. It's DE's problem. They needed to make sure those bases were covered in regards to offering items that were 5 to 10 wolf creds. Now, I'm sure many of you are going to ask the same question, which is, but Peace, what do you put in the wolf cred offering that's worth 5 to 10 wolf creds? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's think back to the original alert system and what we had. So all of these items in the wolf cred offerings were originally alert rewards. Now, with the exception of the catalysts and reactors did come up from time to time as well. But there are 3 things that were available in alert systems that have never appeared during the entirety of Nightwave thus far. Those consist of Endo. We always had an Endo alert mission. Now, that never happens with Nightwave. Furthermore, we had Kubro eggs, right? Kubro eggs, pay 5 wolf creds, get a Kubro egg, right? Now, Kubro eggs aren't that hard to get. Just simply go to Earth, smash some dens, you'll get plenty of eggs, all right? But that's not really the point. It was originally an alert reward, and this brings me up to my next more important point, which is the Kavat genetic codes. Now, Kavat genetic codes can be a pain in the ass. Sure, you can get the Anaros mission from Barrow, but why should I have to pay over and over again just to get some freaking Kavat genetic codes when it was an alert system? I could get myself a fat stack by running a really easy to run mission, and now that's gone. So my point here is, why couldn't they have put like eggs and genetic codes in here for 5-10 plats for a nice little bundle, or not 5 to 10 plat, excuse me, 5 to 10 wolf creds, and allow us to just, that way we didn't have any remaining wolf creds left over. Again, Endo is something I would like to see in the next Nightwave as well. But we'll have to see how that goes. Staying with the whole Nightwave theme, let's talk about the challenges, because DE has said that there's going to be some changes, and I think that that's a good thing. DE definitely needs to kind of learn on the fly. There needs to be a learning curve here, and so I'm hopeful that they kind of get this sorted, because this whole Craftstige stuff is horrendous. This can't happen again. I mean, this is awful. There's no other word for it besides awful. My hope is that for the next act of Nightwave, that these rewards will just cycle over again. So you get to rank 30, and it starts over at rank 1 again. So any of the cosmetics like sigils, glyphs, emblems, emotes, all of these will just be regular wolf creds the next time through, right? Make sure that these mods are tradable, these K-Drive scrolls are tradable. Same thing, Capturicine should be tradable. They always have been in the past. So, and just allow us to go through here and earn all these again. As far as the armor and Syandana goes, maybe give us some sort of a quote-unquote prestige armor set. So if we make it all the way through a second time, the armor set we get from the prestige rank is a little bit different and a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. Just throwing an idea out here. My point is that way there's a point to go forward, because as it stands now, once you get to rank 30, there's no reason to go any further. In fact, technically, once you get to rank 29, unless you really like the armor set, we'll just call it 30. Once you get to rank 30, there's no point to go any further. Like, none. Don't waste your time. As you can see, I stopped giving a crap about Nightwave way back on rank 18, and I was only doing it to see if anything at all came up, and by the time you hit rank 20, and of course, as you can tell, it's the same old crapola. But along with this, DE has said they're going to change the challenges. Now, this was my biggest fear about the challenges. There was such a push by the solo community to make every single challenge this boring, generic, uninspired, unoriginal, just pathetic challenge. And the examples, the future examples, I should say, of Nightwave challenges are, well... sorry, I fell asleep reading the example of Nightwave challenges coming up. There's pretty much my biggest fear. Just really boring, crappy challenges that nobody cares about, right? So I'm a pretty simple person. Like, I get if you're a solo player, I solo the majority of my stuff too. So I know exactly where you're coming from, or maybe you just don't have a robust internet connection. So trying to run a 60-minute survival or 40 waves of defense, you could potentially get host migrated, get booted, something like those. I get that. I do. I understand that. But at least meet me halfway. We have 13 challenges a week, for example. Let those of us that do like these more challenging, more difficult challenges with friends or clanmates, let us have one or two. Is that really that much to ask? Out of 13, you get 11. You get 98% of the challenges. 98%. Can't we have one or two? Now, if you're the type of player out there that's like, no, all challenges must be solo. Well, you're just being a shithead. There's no polite way to put it. You're going to get butthurt. I don't care. You are. You're being a pretentious little prick if you have to have every single challenge be solo. You have 11 of them. Let those of us that want these challenges have one or two. And I don't want to hear, well, we need our points. Look, I'm at rank 20. Technically, I'm at rank 50. If you count the original 30 ranks plus the 20 here, I'm at rank freaking 50. There's plenty of points to go around with you having to skip the occasional one or two a week. So don't cry me a river, man. There's just no reason for it. So, yeah, just you get 98% of the challenges. Give us that 1 or 2%. That's all we're asking. And I don't think that's too much to ask. And if it is, well, you're just being unreasonable. Period. The end. Ooh, the butt hurt. Hold on. I think I can... Yep. I can hear the echoing of the butt hurt as we talk, which I don't give a crap. Don't care. Next thing we'll talk about is Mixer. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Mixer, you can eat a bag of dicks. No, seriously, though. No, they really can't eat a bag of dicks. Let me explain. So Mixer was mainly a Microsoft, in regards to Xbox 360, Xbox One type of streaming service, similar to Twitch. Now, I do not see a Mixer app on PSN. Maybe that's something that will be added in the future. I don't know. We'll kind of have to wait and see. But the point here is if you supposedly sign up for a Mixer account, link your Warframe in your Mixer account, watch Warframe on Mixer, you get the loot. You get the rewards. Well, I can tell you I've watched 3 different streamers, an hour each. That's 3 hours total. And there has been no loots anywhere at all. None. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. And before anyone out there says, well, you have to link your account. No. My accounts are linked. I have nothing. Moreover, Mixer was a pain in the friggin' butt to sign up for. What am I talking about? Well, I tried to create a Mixer account, and I tried to sign up for Mixer using my pre-existing email. And it literally told me, well, this is a Microsoft email. Well, yeah, no shit. That's what it is. But it wouldn't let me use it. So I tried to use my backup email. It told me the same thing. I literally had to jump through hoops, bend over backwards, do backflips, kiss a donkey's ass, just to finally, just to be able to use my email accounts to activate a Mixer account. Literally, Mixer was trying to get me to start a 3rd email account. And I'm like, no. Not going to happen. I do not want another email account. Screw you, Mixer. So if you sign up with Mixer with no problems whatsoever, good for you. I can tell you right now, it was like, pulling freaking toenails for me. It was a nightmare, and I still don't have any loot. Let me know down in the comment section if you have received any loot from Mixer. Like I said, 3 different streamers, an hour each, 3 hours total, 0 zip zilch nada for drops as far as rewards go, you know. And yes, I do have my counseling. All right, so moving on from there, let's talk about the Itzel. So DE is kind of backpedaling a little bit on their proposed Itzel nerf. Now their idea is to somehow implement some sort of a blink system into all Arcwings. Okay, look. This is really simple, DE, and it's one of those situations where you're too close to it to actually see the forest through the trees. All right, that's what's going on here. You're just too close. Variety is the spice of life. Now, you're going from a horrible mistake of nerfing Blink to a still bad mistake of trying to implement Blink onto every Arcwing. Every Arcwing is good, with the exception of the Odonata. No, I'm kidding. The Odonata has like 1, 2-ish decent abilities. But the point is that they're all good. The Itzel does not have heavy weaponry. The Elatron does. Does that mean that the Elatron needs to be like the Itzel? Or the Itzel needs to be like the Elatron? No. Variety is the spice of life. In fact, let me make this point a little bit further. So when people run defense missions, a lot of them use Frost because of the bubble. Does that mean you're removing player choice for defense missions? And now every Warframe needs a bubble? No, not at all. Furthermore, what about spy missions? A lot of people run Loki on spy missions because of his invis. Does that mean you're removing player choice for spy missions? No. Does that mean that every Warframe needs invis as well? No. Variety's a spice of life, DE. Figure it out. Leave it alone. Stop just messing with crap that isn't broken. Because you do this all the time where you get on this weird, off-the-wall, crazy freaking tangent, and all of a sudden you realize, well, I guess we shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Let me head you off here at the pass right now. Just stop. Okay, stay in your lane, pump your brakes a little bit, calm down, and just glide past the Itzel. Okay, just keep on going. All the Arcwings. The Arcwings are fine. Thank you. Sorry, I thought that had to be really stated. So with that said, let's get into the cosmetics of the Ephemera. So if you go into your Appearance tab on your Warframe and you go down to Attachments, at the very bottom of that, you'll see an Ephemera tab. Now, you can get Ephemeras by running Arbies, the arbitration missions. They're a potential drop. Now, the problem, and I predicted this about a year ago with the cost, because there's a trend by DE and Warframe where the costs of everything keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And unfortunately, DE is painting themselves into a really bad corner, and the community into a really bad corner, where things are going to become so maniacally, astronomically expensive that the even veteran players can't afford it, because that's where it's headed at this point. Now, the Ephemera is a potential quote-unquote reward, air quotes, can you hear me, is a potential reward from an Arby drop. All right, but it's not really a reward. Let me explain. So let me put this in an IRL setting. So let's say you're at an event, you put your name in a box to win something, and they call your name, and you're like, yes, suck it, I won, in your face to everybody that didn't win, right? Of course, that's what you would do, right? Because you're, not a sore loser or a sore winner. So you go up there, and then they start telling you they need a urine sample, and they need a blood sample, and they need $1,000, and they need you to go ahead and build this diamond-encrusted model. Yeah, at some point you're going to be like, I don't want it. Give it to someone else, please, because I don't want this quote-unquote reward. That's exactly what the Ephemeras are. They cost an astronomical amount of resources to build, and they're just stupid. They're goofy to begin with anyway. If you like them, it's okay, but in my opinion, for most players, if you're new, screw Ephemeras. You don't want them anyway. In fact, no bullshit. If I were given the choice between A, an Ephemera, or B, an Endo drop or a Sculpture drop, I would take the Endo drop or Sculpture drop every single time. Now, there are players out there right now going, no way, you would not take the Endo over the Ephemera. Yep, I sure would. Would do it in a heartbeat. Because the Ephemeras cost me resources, whereas the Endo drops and Sculptures give me resources. All right. I mean, even if DE named an Ephemera after me and said there's a Peace and Grease Ephemera, I still would. That's a lie. I would want it. Okay. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? Like, that just sounds like a cool Ephemera, the Peace and Grease Ephemera. Like, that would be a lie. You guys know me. I don't want to lie. I would definitely want the Peace and Grease Ephemera. Okay, but the rest of them can go to hell. Seriously though, But yeah, all the rest of the ephemeras, I would literally take the Indo or the sculpture drop over the ephemeras because I just don't care for them, right? And they're just nothing but a resource sink. So, and that brings us to the bleeding body ephemera. Just listen, any player can get this from any relay from the arbitration honors. Anyone, okay? And just don't, just don't. I can't stress enough. Literally, you have to pay 20 Vitus Essence for this turd, okay? And you get nothing. You get this overpriced freaking blueprint. And then to build it, you have to pay another Vitus Essence, 10,000 Kuba. You have to build the Garuda systems and pay 1,000,000 credits just to get this turd. It's not worth it. If you're bound to damn determined to get an ephemera, fine, get it from Arby's, an Arby's drop, right? So you don't have to pay the Vitus Essence, right? But don't buy this. And because here's the other problem. Unless you're one of those types of players that makes everything black and freaking red, having the bleeding body ephemera is horrible. Look at this. It literally looks like my Warframe has the shits right now. It literally looks like Umbra's running around shitting pastel everywhere. I mean, it's horrible. It is horrible. It is awful. And like I said, unless you run something like a black or red, this is horrendous. This is horrible, and it's not worth the resources at all. In fact, I even got into it with a really cool dude, actually. We were button heads in the PS4 community where they quote-unquote commended DE because they thought this was exclusive. And I'm like, are you out of your freaking mind? First, let's put exclusive. Let's really define that. Because if you know about Destiny 2, and if you don't, I'll explain. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. Bungie added an exclusive hand cannon and an exclusive pulse rifle, and the only way to get them was to grind your nuts off. That was the only way to get them. You earn those weapons. You can't bypass it. You can't cheese it. You can't pay for it. You have to freaking earn it. Okay? Ephemeras are not exclusive. Jacking the cost up on something to a maniacal freaking level does not equate to exclusivity. It just doesn't. Period. The end. Now, you may be wondering at this point, well, Peace, is there any such thing as exclusive items in Warframe? Yeah, there have been some mods, there have been some various items, as well as, you may remember these. Oh, yes, the log and reward weapons. Yep, I went there. Yeah, these were exclusive because you couldn't get around it. You couldn't buy them. You couldn't cheese your way through it. You couldn't negate the obligation, the amount of time you had invested in the game. You had to straight up just button down and freaking log in every day and get them. You had to log in on Valentine's Day and Christmas and Easter and National Coffee Day and National Shave Your Butt Day. Yeah, you had to sign in every single freaking day in order to if you wanted these weapons. Now, I don't have a problem with the log and reward changes. I'm not going to lie, because I will say that I do wish that DE had added more exclusive weapons. Now it doesn't matter, but I don't have a problem with it. This was yet another way that DE kind of kicked all the experienced players in the nuts by saying, oh, look, the new players can now get any of these exclusive weapons at any time. And the new player said, yay! And the experienced player said, oof, we just got kicked in the nuts by DE again. Yeah, this log and reward system is fine. I'm not throwing any shade at new players. I'm really not. You guys and gals that are new players are the lifeblood of the game. We have to have you as a constant influx of players to keep the game towards the top. So I get why they did it, and I don't have a problem with it. But yet this was another way that the experienced players had to take this on the chin, because I had to earn every one of these freaking log and reward weapons. The log and reward system did not help me at freaking all. Not at all. Didn't help me one iota. I had to earn each and every one of these, the hard way. And so the log and reward system doesn't do jack shit for me. But these were exclusive, and I want to stress the word were exclusive, because they're no longer exclusive. They're not exclusive anymore, because now, if you're a brand new player, you can go and get the Sigma Octantis. And back in the day, not that long ago, people looked at the Sigma Octantis and said, oh, holy crap, that dude's got the Sigma Octantis. That's no joke. That guy's got some time in the game. Yeah, well, now it doesn't mean jack smack, but you get my meaning. So this is the difference. This is exclusive. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This was exclusive. It is no longer. This is not exclusive. Okay? Glad we cleared that up. I hope we could get that straight. Moving on. So let's talk about the Tenacon digital packs. You can now buy the Tenacon digital packs. They're like $24.99. You get like 475 plat. You get an armor set that I have on my Umbra here. You get a sigil. You get an emblem. You get a picture. But more importantly, you get access to the Tenacon relay. Now, July 6th is when Tenacon is this year, and the Tenacon relay will be here the entire week of Tenacon. And you can't get into this relay unless you have the digital pass, the digital pack. Okay, that's the only way you can get into this relay. Now, you're probably wondering at this point, what's in the relay? What is in the relay is Barrow. And Barrow has every single solitary item that he has ever sold. All at once. Every one of them. All of it. Okay? And he will be here the entire week of Tenacon. Now, if you want to wait on the digital pack, you don't want to buy it, you want to see what it's like, I will be kind of going through it, doing a tour, showing you Barrow's inventory, kind of showing you what it looks like, its location, the whole 9 yards. I didn't buy the digital pack last year because I had everything that Barrow had already sold before. And just like now, I have everything that Barrow already sold. So I'm only doing this for you guys and gals. If you don't want to buy the digital pack, you don't have to. I'll take you through it and I'll show you. Obviously, I can't taxi you in it, but I can just show you what it looks like. And that way, next year, you can decide if you want to go ahead and invest in buying the digital pack. It'll be up to you. At least you can make a more educated decision on it. But anyway, that pretty much covers all the need-to-know information. I know there's some butthurt out there. I can already hear the yelping still. Put some cream on it. You'll be all right. But with all those things said, let me know what you think about any of what I just said in the comment section below. And what is your favorite cream to prescribe to people that get butthurt? And until next time, peace and grace.